Yo, you guys don't get one take. I am hungry as a mother effer. I am hungry. As hungry as Emu eating Sabo's fire, man, devouring the lights. Oh, there's so much. There's so much in this chapter. The lore piece is phenomenal. And I'm convinced that Oda, he's not just cooking, he's slow roasting, man. He's slow roasting for months on end. A superb sous vide. When it's not just like fall off the bone, even the bone is gonna be edible. It's crazy how much Oda has been cooking for the past like two and a half months, dude. Damn. Final saga, you know, it's like final saga stuff. When Emu is actively talking, like, that shocked me. Emu just yapping, talking a lot, actually doing something. Sabo came in there like a stud. Fire fist and smothered me. If not for the translator, no, I'm like, yo, what?
Oh my.
Thank God for the, okay, it's actually like a king or a knight gets checked by a whatever, like something to do with chess. I'm a checkers guy, okay? Checkers is the true sport of champions, all right? Not chess, checkers, that's where it's at. But this chapter was just outstanding on all fronts. My throat is not the best. If you wanna know why, you watch the entire full stream on my Twitch, because we deviate to like other stuff like Naruto and Bleach, whatever. Not important, okay? This is cancerous, power scaling stuff. But if you want to see that, you can go to my twitch.tv/TFI full stream for just a chapter reaction. You know where to go. To my Cole Requiem channel. And if you want to check out my anime reaction content first on Patreon, tomorrow I need to do the catch-up stuff for Wednesday. And then, of course, I'll upload it to my, Kingu-san YouTube channel in the future, of course. This Tuesday, Zoro piece will be uploaded, and it's glorious, absolutely glorious. Now, here's what's not glorious.
I can feel it.
A lot of cats trying to debunk the agenda, trying to really rag on a few good men, because Fujitora saved a bunch of rando slaves, and Greenville had to fight him because he was getting mad, almost implying as if like somehow, some way, Greenville's gonna catch up to Karasu and Morley after their 1v1. Yes! No Sabo in sight. Just Karasu, Lindbergh, and Morley. And yes, they were handicapped, but no excuses. We're gonna negate all that greatness because Fujitora saved a few slaves. Therefore, Aramaki had to fight against Fujitora because he was getting salty, and somehow Aramaki would have caught up to, or caught Karasu and Morley. What? You have to make like so many assumptions, and right now it's falling flat. Folks were literally saying my stream, and it was baffling. It is what it is, but oh well, I mean, Kun was a slave too. What? As if like Jabra, through his vision, didn't show us the exact slaves that Fujitora was. Man, this is insane, dude. What drugs are you smoking? How high are you? Even the doctors are like, yo, he's gone. Just let him go. Let him go. Because he ain't coming back down. He's left planet Earth mentally. He's gone. Like, hey, what's going on, Jimmy? Hey, I was aggressive. But like, really? Kuma's a slave too? Like, what are we talking about? We just saw him get saved in the last chapter. We saw the 1v1 in 1083. Don't stop the max copium. Now, onto Emu. I have acknowledged in the past that I have said before that there was a chance that these Igorosei could be non-combatants. If you haven't seen my video on that, it's gonna be over here, boom. Where I kind of guess how probably the Igorosei could be, where the range was literally not combatant range, or like up to, or maybe at Admiral. But that doesn't really matter because all they really do is just handle Cobra. So that's not the main question. The main question, of course, is what is Emu? And of course, that's gonna require a deeper dive of the discussion, but there's so many options. And there were so many questions during that stream on like what Emu could have been. And we tackled so many different deities from, let's say, Shinto, Norse, Egyptian, Aztec. There was a list, like even something involving the 5 sun gods of ancient Mesopotamia or ancient Aztec religion. It's like, yo, there was just so much going on. Is Emu some sort of actual silhouette entity? I know that Parvision has the idea that Emu could be a Baltaman. Another video I talk about that over here as well, talking about the Black Pearl. We've seen silhouettes before in the past, but Emu is a silhouette and they're active. That's weird. Like, they're really active. Green Bull, when a silhouette, he was just chilling. But Emu is talking a lot, but then Emu literally bites the smothered mate. The idea comes from, of course, the whole wolf and Fenrir eating the sun, which for me was also a callback to what I saw about the legend in Toriko with the demon lord eating the sun. When you have the Igorosei talk to Emu, what light shall you erase? Like, Emu just devoured the flame attack that Sabo did with razor sharp teeth, and then starts to mutate into some giant blob monster. Now, I know folks are saying, hold on now, that's not Emu, that's somebody else. But as far as I can tell, that's Emu, because the Igorosei are the ones that are near Sabo, and then there's that giant blob coming from the top going down. So that should be Emu. I don't see how it's not Emu, honestly. We see later on in that same page the 5 silhouettes near Sabo, and then there's that giant eye of Emu. There's no more Mihawk activity going on there. It's just like a white mask for his eyes. So I think that giant blob was Emu. After Emu ate the fire, it transformed. That's what I think. That's what I personally believe, honestly. And I believe it was Emu that also attacked with the arrow vector, okay? If you watch Soul Eater, Medusa, she's unironically one of the better villains in anime. She's actually outstanding. Shouts to Soul Eater, she's great.
So that's how you choose to use your madness, huh?
Medusa has the arrow vectors, and the vectors are a damn cool ability for sure. And it reminded me of that in many ways. But I think it was Emu. I know some folks said that it was actually Saturn, because Saturn was the bull-looking silhouette. They were on the left-hand side, the most left side of Nefertari Cobra. So it could have been Saturn that actually attacked Cobra, not Emu. But for me, I was like, hold on now, it seems kind of weird, because we literally see Ja Wick and the Memphis Grizzlies pull up, all click, loaded up. But I'm like, hold up now, why would there be an arrow attack that's coming out of nowhere, like from the abyss, if they're pulling up like the Expendables? That's so strange to me, honestly. And then Emu, when he reacts to Cobra, say, D, thing. To me, it makes more sense that it's actually Emu attacking Cobra, not the Igorosei. The Igorosei do nothing actually in this chapter outside of transform. After Sabo does the Fire Fist, they go, world, and then they transform into their potential mythical Zoan forms of some kind. Dude, is it actually Zoan ability users? You can kind of argue that they are, because you can see one of the silhouettes, like the Gandhi one and somebody else. They have the smoke ring, like the bird one. I think that's the guy with the very pointy mustache and beard. They have these smoke ring silhouettes around them. So okay, probably Zoan ability users, probably mythical Zoans, honestly. So you have 5 potential mythical Zoan users. Because mind you, Kaido is also mythical Zoan. Is he awakened? Over here, boom. Video on that, check it out. But the whole point here is that they have unique powers of some kind. They could be of a way more sinister origin than just devil fruits, potentially even involving Emu itself, where the theories are that Emu could have actually given them these powers that they have. And just like Emu, they are also silhouette based figures that can control some sort of darkness, substance, material, whatever the hell. If Emu, let's say, is darkness or shadow or void, this kind of feels like it would be treading upon Blackbeard's jib. Like, Blackbeard is the darkness. He's the black hole. But Blackbeard is the dark matter. Even in the, I think in the Power Wars video games, he has an attack called Dark Matter. That's Blackbeard's jib. That's his sway. That's his funk. That's his flex. Not Emu. Allegedly. So, okay, well, what is Emu then? All right, if Emu is not all those things, what could Emu be? It could, let's say, be the inverse of dream. So let's say if Luffy is the dreamer, then Emu could be the nightmare fuel. So Emu is like the manifestation of nightmares itself, nightmare incarnate. I'm keeping a stack. If Emu is some degree of nightmare fuel, this does go along the lines of a certain movie that came out last year for One Piece. I think that Emu could be a straight up demon. A straight up demon, or a god of disaster that was first noted to in Elbaf during the Big Mom flashback, where the giants refer to Big Mom as a god of disaster. What if, let's say, you do have specific One Piece deities like Nika that were real, and then you can also have the inverse of that, bad-natured god / gods of chaos? Because I think about, and this is what it is, what we saw with Top Musica and Film Red. Now, I know it's not canon, fair enough. Parts of it are canon, but not that, I'd argue. Fair enough, fine. Makes sense to me. However, the origins of Top Musica's creation are really similar in a lot of ways to how Vegapunk describes the creation of devil fruits in his theory. And I can't get into it now, but I did do a long video last year diving into the deepest secrets of Film Red. And these origins of something like Top Musica could potentially apply to Emu, since maybe Emu was once a regular person, but then through some crazy means, even potentially non-devil fruit related sinister means, became who they are today. You can have the manifestation of a demon that acts as its own entity in some ways operate. And honestly, no cap, considering Emu could like transform its mouth with razor sharp teeth and bite, the Sabo attack, and then I think turn to that gigantic black blob thing we saw. Yo, this right here is some Aku activity from Samurai Jack, the shape-shifting master of darkness.
Unleashed an unspeakable evil.
Like, let's say the D stands for dreams on one end, but for other D clan members, it would be, let's say, demon. Daylight and darkness. Huh? The day and the dark. Possible, okay? Very possible here. Nefertari D. Lily, man. Wow. That, I forgot who had that theory on Vivi being a member of the D clan. I want to say that was Randy Troy, so that could be me being a little bit too preemptive. I'm not too sure exactly. Maybe it was Arter instead, I forget. But there was another YouTuber that made a theory about that, where like Vivi would be a D clan member. And right now, whoever that person is, I forgot, they're going crazy. Good on them, whoever the person, because I forgot who it was, but good for them, because damn, that's man, woo! There's just so much. Obviously, 3 videos must be done. The chapter was amazing. Honestly, got amazing. And the end of the chapter with Wapol peeping, all right? Like Wapol, Wapol, even though he's fat and tubby, has a bit of Queen the Plague in him, has some stealth in him, because he was stealthy. He got caught, but he was stealthy. Caught him, ran away, full steam ahead. This is a scoop that must be reported. The world is run by potential demons. What does Sabo say? After all, there was no way I could have known that hell was located here. That could be figure of speech, or else could be literal. There's so many options and theories, so I'm gonna have to save that for another video in full blast. But this chapter was outstanding. Like, this slow roast is so, again, so damn good. It's not just fall off the bone tender. Even the bone itself is gonna be edible. It's the, is it the best content One Piece I've seen over the past 2 months? I don't know about that, but man, this is a phenomenal start to the final saga of One Piece.
See you. Bye bye.